So here we are, a ship at sea, and today I'm doing a little feature called Survivor's Guide to Pisces. This is Survivor's Guide to Pisces. And by Survivor's Guide, I mean it is for if you're a Pisces, how to survive. If you're in a Pisces transit, which is what we're in right now, so how to survive this transit. And if you're dating a Pisces, how to survive. This is a three-dimensional exploration, and I put it down in some simple tips. Tip number 1, what happens in Pisces stays in Pisces. Okay, and that is true. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're dating a Pisces, it means don't worry. They're not gonna tell you about your little affair with them, but they're also not gonna tell you about their little affair with other people. That is the Pisces of what happens in Pisces stays in Pisces. But on a more practical sense, it means that the energies that you are exploring right now are not reality. It's your subconscious. It's what could happen. It's what has happened, but it's not necessarily what will continue to happen. So don't worry, whatever you're experiencing this next 30 days, even the spiritual parts of ascension, you must maintain it consciously through the year. So what happens in Pisces stays in Pisces. The hauntings won't last more than 30 days, but the subconscious is basically designed to stay subconscious unless you ignore it. That's the weird thing. So if you make aware your subconscious once a year and don't ignore it, your subconscious does not sabotage you. If you ignore your subconscious and don't address it, then it tends to self-sabotage you somewhere in your life, and you find it in the worst, most embarrassing ways. Step 2, it's all good. That's a Pisces motto. It's all good, baby. It's all good. What that means is Pisces energy is continually non-judgmental. No judgment. It's okay is my phrase. It's all good is Pisces' phrase. Pisces energy is non-judgmental, so go with the flow. You get away with it. You let yourself off the hook in every shape or way. If you're dating a Pisces, you don't judge it. You let it be exactly as it is, the relationship, and let it flow organically. Pisces don't judge you, really. Now, sometimes it's because they have a lot of guilt they're dealing with, but they don't tend to judge. They tend to be very okay with you. And that's why it's great to be in front of a Pisces. Pisces energy is non-judgmental, but of course, there is always a don't ask, don't tell policy going on in the Pisces energy too. If you don't want to know, don't ask. That's kind of the truth with the subconscious too, right? Then step 3 to a survivor's guide to Pisces is, and I've said this before, but now it's part of our survivor's guide, patience is key. Now, patience is key with Pisces, literally, because Pisces are almost always late, okay? But also, patience is key because spiritual shift actually takes Earth time. So we may come to a quantum decision in our life or a quantum hallelujah in our spiritual self, but it takes time for that to bubble into our minds, and it takes time for it to go into our bodies, and it takes time. So you must be patient and okay with being patient, and do something else while you're waiting for whatever. If you're dating a Pisces or going through the transit, or you are a Pisces, you have to be patient with yourself. All right. Step 4, Pisces is heaven in front of you. Pisces is heaven in front of you. And this actually goes to a story with my Sensei once, where I think I've shared it many times before, where I was, caught up on a Pisces' energy. And I was like, oh, but they feel so good and they're so sweet. And she was like, whoosh, they all feel sweet. They're Pisces. It's like, oh, okay, you're right, Sensei, you're right. That's true. So it's like they all feel heavenly. They are the crystal to the other side, and heaven is in their eyes, and they do have heavenly eyes. And a lot of Pisces have big, beautiful, Palladian-looking eyes, So Pisces is heaven in front of you. Now, for those who are dating Pisces, we'll talk about this, but it's like, they are showing you what heaven is, not necessarily meant to be your pocketbook heaven. I think that's where we get stuck in Pisces. And I think Pisces are heaven for other people, but then they aren't heaven for themselves. And that's where you have your alcoholic and detached Pisces and Pisces who won't connect. So the point is to identify what heaven is. That's it. That's it. I mean, yes, it exists, and yes, it's on earth, and yes, right? That's what we need, is that reaffirmation of our faith. that heaven does exist. And that's what Pisces are, God's service providers, running around the earth, logging in for people, putting their hands on people's shoulders when those people are most at the wall or ready to fall off. No one really sees the work of Pisces. I do. I see you all doing your work. I see your value in wherever you are. So they float in, they reconnect, they float out. They're fishies. But the point is to identify the heaven you feel and recreate it for yourself through the air. I think that's the point of Pisces. And then my fifth and final point, enjoy them while you got them, because they will swim away. Pisces also are people who are very much caught between lifetimes. So Pisces are also often the shell or the sign that our past life lovers are in, or our past life soulmates are in. Pisces are often between lifetimes when they run up and say hi to us. So one thing guaranteed about Pisces energy, it will change. So if this is a hellish time for you right now, this transit, it will change. That is guaranteed. And if you're enjoying it, enjoy it. You know, if you got a Pisces, enjoy them while you got them, because it will change. They will change. They will swim on. And it is kind of that reminder of heaven, not necessarily that guarantee. I think Pisces are misfairly judged because society expects them to swim in a forward straight path all their lives, and that is not all their nature. They're always two fish going both ways. And I will say, it's like if you're dating a Pisces, realize they're always looking at the exit, and there usually is someone else they have their mind on. They're just two fishies. It's true. I've known them pretty well. It's almost like they have to keep one in storage for their emotional security. But it's those two fishes. It's the way things go.